breaking news today.
Please subscribe and then check notification box to get all breaking news alerts.
The only thing that could shut down the nauseating Russia collusion chatter from Democrats is to flip the script on their own perverted party problems and accuse President Donald Trump of being a groper. In a matter of just a couple of days, the country has forgotten all about the sexual misconduct allegations plaguing liberals and is hyper-focused on Trump allegedly being inappropriate. The attention switch is no coincidence either. All it took was a few obscure women to come out of the woodwork together with some well-crafted harrowing tales of feeling violated by the commander-in-chief. It also wasn't a trending hashtag that made them feel brave enough to share their stories, it was a heaping pile of cash. However, you'll be shocked who was behind that profitable setup and paying them all off. Democrats aren't even good at their own game. In setting up the president to look like a pervert, they couldn't even pick believable accusers. Victims come in all shapes, sizes, and aesthetics. However, it's really hard to actually buy into the fact that billionaire Trump, who has constantly been surrounded around beautiful women all of his adult life, would grope, grab, or touch the less than appealing women who are accusing him now of such things. That's for starters, but adding to this curiosity is the timing of these allegations coming in the midst of so many sexual misconduct controversies among liberal men. The fake outrage and seemingly false allegations has reached such a level of absolute ridiculousness, that Trump's latest accuser was said to have a witness who also happened to be blind. That's right, the one person who saw Trump grope another woman can't actually see. The Daily Mail reports another woman from Donald Trump's past came forward on Tuesday to reassert her allegations that the former real estate mogul sexually assaulted her. Minty McGillivray told Megyn Kelly today that Trump grabbed her caboose in front of Ray Charles at a 2003 concert at Mar-a-Lago and flirted with her on another occasion, upsetting Melania. McGillivray was 23 at the time, says she was backstage with Trump, her friend Ken Davidoff and Regis Philbin and his wife as Ray Charles stood in front of them with his security guard. And the next thing you know, I feel a grab on my right side. So I quickly turn to look at what this is. I initially think this is probably Ken's camera bag. But to my surprise it's Donald. I stand there. I'm stunned. I'm speechless, she said. In the interview with Kelly, McGillivray was adamant that she is not a liar, regardless of what Trump says, and admitted to felonies she committed and was held accountable for in the past. What's really sad about all of these accusers is that they are actually discrediting the real suffering that actual victims have to endure by making up and/or exaggerating their allegations that may or may not have happened. Worse yet, they are doing it for money, and where there is a scandal aimed at Trump to manipulate things to the benefit of Democrats, it always comes back to one bank account. According to the Daily Wire, a far-left activist group funded by George Soros is readying the women who accused President Donald Trump of sexual misconduct to demand a congressional investigation. The women had made their accusations just before the November 2016 election. The women will speak on Monday at 10:30 a.m. ET to call for accountability and an investigation by Congress of sexual misconduct. They had accused Trump of groping, fondling, forcibly kissing, humiliating and harassing women. The group behind this obvious new attempt to force Trump out of the White House, Brave New Films, is a non-profit 501c3 organization that claims to be nonpartisan, a claim that becomes laughable upon a review of their donors and partners, which include left-wing hit groups like Media Matters for America and Democracy for America. Brave New Films claims that they do not expressly advocate for the election or defeat of candidates for public office, a statement that is not even remotely accurate looking at just some of the propaganda-style videos they created, including "Stand Up, Senate. The President-elect is a hypocrite. Protect Public Education, Stop Betsy DeVos. Indivisible, a practical guide for resisting the Trump agenda. Getting Donald Trump off NBC's SNL. There needs to be a #MeToo movement started for all the men whose lives, careers, and families have been destroyed by depraved women who make false sex assault allegations against them. The belief that the woman is always right is no longer right, since there's a wad of cash behind more claims now than ever before. What's truly sad is that it will now call actual, legitimate claims into question. For the party that preaches women's rights, how is this the right thing to do to real victims of sex assault?